Yo, what's the deal? What is the deal? My brothers and sisters in the place to be. Oh my gosh, man. It's been a hell of a time, man. It's been a hell of a time in Raider Nation. It's a lull in the action. It's been a lull in the excitement. Your brother Wasted has been back training in the gym because I have gotten way too thick framed. And I tell you something, man. It's the best thing I ever did, man. I'm so glad I'm back at it. But I've missed you all, and it was time for us to get back live again. We got over 100 in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this out to all social media, man, and all your Greater Raider podcast place. Share it out to all the Raider groups. But we are back in the place to be. So we got shout outs before the show starts. Gotti got it. Show Enough Podcast, my brother, man. How you been, my dog? Appreciate you, man. Can't wait to dive in, big bro. Appreciate you, my dog. JP Raider, my brother, my boy. Love to you and yours. Patrick B. The tagline has my intention. I wanted Wilson on the other side of Crosby for the next 4 at least. Yes, and I am concerned. They're big concerns, man. It's concerns, man. They're concerns. Listen, and you know me, I am not the clickbaity guy. But when you guys saw me kind of flip out during the draft, there was a reason for it. There was a really good freaking reason. Now, I am not pouring water over this pick. I'm not going to do that. You know me, I am a pragmatist. But I will be honest with you, bro. I have some concerns. We're going to dive into that today on Raider Nation Unlimited. And there are also some more things that we want to talk about. I didn't even mean to click that. And I don't even know what you're even talking about, Big Mo. Big Mo, what in the F does that mean? This disgusting. Wash your mouth out was so Big Mo. Wash your mouth out. My dog, Mo, what it is. Gorell Webster, the great and powerful Gorell Webster. What it is. The big ragoo's in the place. Oh, my God, DeMarcus Webb. Don, what up? Don, what's up, my brother? What's going on, man? Appreciate you in the place to be. Sean High Stakes Johnson, Tyree Wilson, Loon, my guy, man. Appreciate you. Cowboy fan, but is always so supportive of what we got going on over here. And before I get into it, shout out to Wilson Whiskey, man. Appreciate all the love that they've shown Mount Shillmore and my brother Graf. Shout out to my dog Graf. Top Beats. Shout out to my daughter for bringing me some coffee. Oh, thank you. Get out of here, girl. Shout out to my daughter. Matthew Moyer, Raiders for Life, Donald Burr again. Aaron E. All right, so let's get into it. Vin, Romero, El Rockets, you are acknowledged. And my brother Thor is in a place to be. Thor, man, you already know. I got the message. I know where you're going to be. We got to tap in, my brother. Now, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Tyree Wilson has a Liz Frank injury to his foot. That's most of the reason why he missed the season. That is most of the reason why he missed the season. You know, and it still calls for concern. Look, man, during the NFL draft, you know, before the draft, Tyree Wilson was not able to participate in a lot of the pre-draft stuff, like the combine and pro days and things like that, right? And it is reported that Tyree Wilson will have to have another surgery for his ankle, but they're telling us that he's going to be ready for camp and all this and that. Now, you guys know we have PTSD when it comes to injured players that have been drafted by the Raiders because there's been a lot of that shit over the last 10 years. Let's just be honest. We went through the DJ Hayden debacle. Now, DJ Hayden was a decent player for us, but it kind of felt like his career never quite took off for us because he had a catastrophic near-death experience before he was drafted by the Raiders, and Reggie McKenzie kind of overreached for him and took him. Now, we needed a corner that year, and for whatever reason, there were other corners on the board who have been infinitely better than DJ Hayden, and I don't even want to do it to myself talking about some of the guys that play for the Vikings You guys know who I'm talking about, who we could have taken, and we didn't. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. It kind of pisses me off, man. It's pissing me off. My brother is in the place to be. LV Maximus, Mason Blue. Yo, the day has been going well. We got almost 200 in the room. But look, man. So, with Tyree Wilson, man, there are reports that he's going to have another surgery, guys. Now, what do you guys think? Now, listen, Lisfranc injuries are not great. They're not great. They're non-contact injuries. You know what I'm saying? We are going to really talk about this because he hurt his ankle planting during a pass rush move. You know what I'm saying? And they said that he's had setbacks. This is not great, man. This is not great. These are times where I kind of wish that I was in the room with some of these guys. See, this is the reason why when they took Tyree Wilson over Jalen Carter, I was pissed because you got two guys. Now, even though Jalen Carter has a character concern, you got two guys with red flags on him. One is an injury flag. The other one is a conduct flag. I'd rather take the healthier player. Do you guys remember the issues we had at Darren McFadden at the end of his career? Do you remember? Do you remember that? I do. And let me tell you something. It's a problem. If this dude's foot is chronic, this is another waste of a first-round pick. Yes. Now, see, I don't know if it's chronic. I don't want to go and jump out the window, but he's not healthy. Hey, Dave Killenberger. It's all over the news. You go and check. Google is free, my friend. Google is free. But this 6'6", 275-pound edge rusher is a generational prospect from a physical standpoint. But are we going to get him on the field? Is he going to be there for, off-season workouts? Is he going to be able to get the full breadth of knowledge from Max Crosby and the guys, man? NFL medical staffs from numerous teams, did examine this man. I'm sure that the Raiders did their just diligence. I'm just very, very concerned about it, man. I'm very, very concerned. Guys, let me get a couple of comments from the chat. What do you guys think about this? Are you guys as concerned as I am, man? My guy, Warren Besham, McFadden was never the same. Same here, bro. Same freaking here. Rob Lockhart, same. Carter addressed so much that we needed. His so-called problems did not outweigh his talent. And I feel the same freaking way, man. Phil Romero, we did have the guy checked out. Apparently it's something that they can live with. But to be honest with you, man, some of these NFL teams, bro, and look, I'm going to be honest with you. Some of these NFL teams overlook what they want to overlook. They overlook certain things, and they have certain things that they won't overlook. And for me, if I'm the GM, at the baseline level of what a player is, he needs to be fucking healthy. He needs to be healthy. Loon, what's up? Yeah, the Cowboys stopped going after players with injury issues. They learned this after Jalen Smith and how that turned out. And it's why they didn't take Darnell Washington in the second round. That is a fact. That is a fact. Edgar V, I'm glad we passed on Carter. No need to babysit another man. Edgar V, I can respect that, man. But listen, man, you put that tape on, I don't know, man. Might have been a mistake, man. Tomb Raider, my guy. If Wilson is a bust, this regime may have to go. I don't know if they're going to get run out of there that damn fast. I don't know, man. I doubt it. The only thing I see was the second procedure. He already had to have his screws removed, and he couldn't sweat on his feet, which is why he only lifted weights at the combine. I might need a new Google. And see, listen. Let me tell you something, man. Wilson might be ready to go. But the fact that this guy had to have screws removed, I thought this was done before the draft already. The fact that he has to have screws removed from his foot is not good, bro. It's not good. This is a non-contact injury, bro. Non-contact injuries scare the living shit out of me, man. Scares the living shit out of me, man. A lot of people, you can view it from a half full perspective. Now, Graf is saying Wilson will be ready to go. We don't know that. And the fact that we don't know that at this late in the game is an issue for me. It's an issue for me, bro. Joey Cheek, he's got youth on his side. I had a screw inserted when I was 17. It heals pretty quickly. Would have still drafted him over Carter? Absolutely not. And that's my thing, bro. Your foot won't ever be the same with screws, let alone any body part. And that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, man. You all just want to jump off of a cliff. Just wait for F up. Now, see, this is my thing. LV, look, I am hoping that he has a clean bill of health. I'm hoping this guy is all pro. I'm not against the pick. The guy is a physical freak. My thing is that if we're going to go under the guise that this guy was the clean guy to take, right? He's a clean character guy and all of that. We got to look at it from a few different perspectives. Now, I started looking at Wilson's tape, right? And he's a guy who has a lot of physical ability, but he's not polished, bro. He's not polished and he's injured. That's a red flag for me, bro. Yeah, and AJ, they did draft him knowing this. They drafted him knowing this. And my thing is why? Why? Because you want to get the cleanest, safest pick as possible, right? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Now, see, Graf, I don't know if this is the same exact thing. He said, I was screwed last night twice, and I'm still good to go. Shout out to Graphic Raider. My God, Warren Besham. Everyone needs to realize he's a big boy. All that weight, I want, plus the ankle and the offensive lineman, it's going to be a while before he's ever fully healthy. And that's how I'm looking at it too, Warren. I'm looking at it that too. Mo, not sold on Carter as y'all are. His motor runs cold, and he wouldn't have been great on our defensive line like y'all think. Jamal, you've been saying that a long time, bro. You've been saying that a long time, bro. And I know that this organization kind of puts a premium on guys with high motors, and people are saying that Carter doesn't have the highest motor in the world, and he's in a situation where he's around his ex-teammates. Let's be for real. Jalen Carter is in probably the best case scenario for him to start his National Football League career. Guys, we got 250 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Share it out. Tell a friend, bro, guys. We got to get going. Julio Jones, he better be healthy for the next 8 years. And that's what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Joey Cheek, took me a full year to recover. And that's what I'm saying, bro. LV, I'm saying we need positivity. Tired of the sky is falling mentality. LV, listen, bro, I agree with you, my brother. LV, you know we OGs in this thing, bro. And I agree with you. The only thing for me is this, bro. What I wanted was competent drafting, and I wanted for this organization to check off some boxes that I personally wanted checked off. And for me, I don't ever want us to fall back into the trap of getting these players that we're waiting on. I want to make sure that this kid is in camp. Now I'm hearing that he might not be. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm hearing he might not be. Talk about an OTAs now. And to be honest with you, like AJ said, Gonzo at that point was the safest pick. Edgar V, I think this regime knows Chandler Jones won't be here next season. See, there's another issue about that too. Now, we went out there and we restructured Chandler Jones. Now, my thing is this, man. What in the fuck was that about? We were going to be free of that contract. Now they kicked it down the can, and Chandler Jones is going to be on the books past 2025 with that restructure, man. Yo, chat gang is in a place, man. Yo, shout out to the chat gang, man. Shout the F out. Man, appreciate y'all. Clark Arroyo, man, mad respect for you too, my brother. Appreciate you, dog. I am not gaslighting Robert. Oh, my God. Listen, you guys want the content? We're bringing you the content, baby. I got to give you my opinion, man. It's not always going to be sugar-coated and positive, bro. I have major concerns, and I'm sure you do too. And that's why we are all here breaking this shit down, y'all. After getting rid of Waller, I don't want to hear this. I know, bro. Jones is going to cook this season. We could be patient if need be. We need to, though. Wilson will be playing across the whole D-line this season. Mark my words. Now, let me ask you a question, bro. I personally I don't think that Wilson's going to play inside as much as people think, bro. You know, Wilson is the kind of guy, man, where you're going to have to put him on the outside and let him hunt. I think the more plausible thing is that Chandler Jones is going to be playing with his hand up. He's going to be playing more of an outside linebacker. I think that's another reason why the Raiders didn't go out there and jump out the window for linebackers, man. I think that what they're going to do is they're going to have a formation where you have a Chandler Jones being a rush linebacker, and you're going to have Wilson with his hand in the ground. You're going to have Max Crosby with his hand in the ground. You have Young kind of being that rush defensive tackle. That's really what I think is going to happen, Grab. Everybody's saying Gonzalez should have been the pick. Should have been the pick. Chandler Jones will retire a Raider, and I'm happy. I don't know. Now, listen. Wilson will play wasted. You having battered woman syndrome of past bad Raider drafts. Listen, I'm not saying the guy's not going to play. What I'm saying is that at this stage in the game, bro, I don't want to hear this shit from our first round pick, bro. I don't. I've sat back. I haven't gone live. I've watched film on all of these guys. Some of the guys I weren't familiar with before the draft, I've given shit a chance to marinate. Now I have made my triumphant return, and I'm telling you right now, I'm concerned, damn it. I'm concerned. Take it how you want to. I'm concerned, Ma. We got almost 300 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Cloud9 Entertainment. Tyree Wilson will be a dog. I'm hoping so. Man. AJ, you said Wilson reminds you of Micah? I don't know about that, bro. That's a big comparison right there, my brother. My dog, El Rocket, with the first super chat of the day. Thank you, El Rocket. Drake Thomas will replace Perriman. He a dog. Man, I would love that, man. I would love that. Now, guys, listen. Let's not jump all over the place. Let's get focused here, guys. Now, tonight, I want y'all to get with it to get lost. Graphic Raider and I will be going live together. It'll be on both channels. You got to pull up for that. We're double dipping today. The content is going to be flowing out of everybody's ears. You got to pull up. That's going to be a great show. So now, Classic Man Q, what are we concerned about today? The same thing we're concerned about every day. Trying to take over the world, Classic Man Q. We're concerned. Listen, I'm talking about Tyree Wilson. I haven't really gone live to talk about that pick. You know, last you guys saw me, I was freaking out the fact that we didn't take Jalen Carter, and I've never fully recovered from that. Every guy we were looking at as seven had concerns, whether it's just 1 year, one good year of production or injuries, we will be all right. Let's see, Graph. I'm going to be honest with you. For me, injuries is a tangible thing. Experience, somebody being green, that's something that, I can fix that with coaching. I can't fix a guy who has a non-contact injury that can fucking, break at any time. This is a guy who needs to plant off of that foot. He needs to generate power from his legs. This is an issue. We cannot poo-poo this, everybody. My guy Matthew Moore with the best picture in Raider YouTube. This isn't the first round bust possibly in Raiders history. It won't be the last in the Raiders way. Just embrace it. Does it suck? Yes. But if you've been around long enough, then you know. And I have been around long enough. And that's the reason why your brother Wasted is concerned as a motherfucker today, man. What the hell you got against Tyree? Come on, Wasted, just looking for attention. No, Jay, right? I'm not saying I'm against him. See, this is the thing. You guys have to look at what's being said. I'm not against Tyree Wilson. I am concerned that he has an injured foot, Jay Ray. And let me tell you something. Wasted talent gets attention wherever the fuck he goes. I don't need no attention on no damn YouTube. The F out of here. F out of here. And I'm always happy. Just angry right now, god damn it. Now, AJ, yeah, he does have potential, bro. Now, look, I'm going to be honest with you. If you see Tyree Wilson in the line, you see any other fucking prospect in this draft, that's the guy you're going to take, right? The thing about it is, I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm a fan just like everybody else, man. I have PTSD when it comes to players who have injury issues. I have and especially when it comes to their feet and their knees. Especially for a defensive lineman, bro. I have clear concerns. Now, I'm hoping that when OTAs start, Tyree Wilson is there. He's ready to rock and roll. We shall see. We shall see, man. Wasted. After 50 years, I'm numb. I can't jump off the cliff yet. Big Mo, I get it, man. I get it, my brother. I get it, bro. Tyree was on several other teams' draft board after the 7th pick. Not a mistake picking him. He going to get after it. You'll see Wasted. Hey, Biff, I'm almost guaranteeing that he will if he's healthy, my brother. My thing is that I'm just hoping that him having to have another procedure is, listen, I've heard that through back channels. He might, if he has to have another procedure, then I have an issue with it. If he does it and he's ready to roll, then, man, I'm on board. I was having a good day. Wasted about to make me go home and tear my Raiders man cave. Chill, bro. Oh, man. See, listen, guys, you know I never want y'all to do that. Come on now. Yo, if we trade for Quentin Williams, I feel better about the D-line, bro. That's never going to happen. Nobody's ever going to trade a young talent like that, bro. Unless he totally wants out and he's completely disgruntled. The Quentin Williams noise is just that. It's just noise. The guy, I don't think we have enough to even get that man at this point, man. Jay Ray, we need a defensive lineman. But god dang it, Wasted, you can't have it your way. These guys get paid to figure this stuff out. Jay Ray, listen, that is a very, very, very astute comment. But listen, bro, you got to look at it from this perspective. You got a lot of guys who get paid to make decisions in NFL organizations. We've watched this organization a long fucking time, my brother. And just because they get paid to do a job doesn't mean they're going to do it well. Now, for me, I've been one of the first fucking guys in Raider YouTube that has backed this organization through almost everything. I've backed them. I am the guy who was the fucking guy that's out here waving the flag for positivity. I'm the guy that's waving the flag for change. I've liked a lot of what this organization has done. But the one thing I don't like is I do not like drafting people that high who have injury concerns. To me, unless I'm completely sure that this situation is not going to arise again. Because the thing with Liz Frank injuries, man, and this is the problem with Liz Frank injuries, it's something that can become a chronic situation, man. You know what I'm saying? The worry is that, a significant Liz Frank fracture and or sprain with the bone and ligament damage, the timetable for that injury is very, very sketchy. And I'm hoping that the timetable started last season and it is completely healthy now. That's where I'm at with it. DeMarcus Webb. Wasted ain't lying. about going apeshit about that pick. I seen the reaction live at Barcode. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. People are saying, I've been watching all of the games. He definitely does have second moves to counter with. I'm just saying, wasted. The Raiders may have restructured Jones with the expectation of the cap increasing significantly in the next couple of seasons, and they can post-June cut him in the next couple of seasons. And I know that, and I'm hoping that that's the case, man. I don't want to be married and handcuffed to Chandler Jones after 2023, man. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. That's a bold proclamation, Cloud9. Wilson will be Defensive Rookie of the Year. Wasted is angry. Oh, man, Prince Crypto. Wasted is angry man for Martin. Bruh, I am not angry man for Martin.
Angry man, what you doing here?
Man, sit your ass down.
You know what? I just might be angry man for Martin. I just might be angry man for Martin. Stop the cap with the 3.0 crap. Oh, Hammer McHammerlin is in here. This guy is the biggest cheerleader for Texas. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Disgusting. This guy's the biggest Texas college football fucking cheerleader there's ever been. F you, Hammer. Fun fact, the Liz Frank injury was discovered by a French gynecologist. The more you know, Ridgeway. Shut up. Wait, good stuff. Look. See, I want the negativity. I love it. Bring it. People crying about the Wilson pick and the D-line is the same clown that was crying about the O-line last year. I don't think that you watched this show, good stuff. So now I'm going to name you bad stuff, good stuff. Get F out of here. Nobody's complaining about the pick. What we're talking about is, should we be injured? Should we be worried about this injury? Is this man healthy? What the hell is going on? Hammer, F you. Mayock fucked up. Should have gotten Ed Oliver. That's who he wanted. He took Clee instead. You're right, Hammer. I don't know why I just said F you, Hammer. I'm sorry. I love you, Hammer, man. Love you, bro. Big Tyree Wilson, O.C. Umenyiora, plus Rolando McClay. No. Don't do that, yo. DeMarcus Webb, it's not an overreaction. I think people forget how much constant weight and pressure you put on your foot on a daily. Even if you don't play sports, hopefully he's ready to go. Yo, I don't think it's an overreaction at all. That's my personal opinion, bro. I think the other line did a damn good job last year. I do too, bro. Compared to other teams, shit, we had the leading rusher in the NFL. What else do you want? Look, bro, I think our offensive line, we had another man under center, would have looked even better, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no concerns about this. The only concerns I have are untimely penalties about this line coming up this year, man. My guy, Kyle Holt, what's the deal, man? Brother Wasted, hope you and the family are doing well. Had a horrible last year. Had to take time off to reflect on my life. Miss you and Amanda Shield more. We'll talk soon. God bless. Kyle Holt, my dog, I appreciate you, bro. I'm glad you back, man. You know you can always pull up in the place to be, my brother. Appreciate you, my guy. Grab it greater. Wasting these 40 subs to hit 7K before the live. Now he needs 300. Yes, you're damn right. You're damn right. And I don't give a damn, Graf. F you and F Hammer. And God damn it, F everybody. So he's not playing. It's like, nah, man. Nah, man. I fuck with y'all, man. Love y'all, man. Jamal Williams. When he picked up Goodell, that showed me his foot was good. That's a grown man that weighs 200 pounds. Just saying. Ma, I hope you are right. You know, I hope you're right, man. Yo, Christian Steele, nothing happened to him right now. We have concerns about the fact that he had to have a second procedure. And I don't think, and you know, what we found out is he had to have screws removed from his foot. For me, I thought that them screws were removed pre-draft. My brother, I don't know, man. But Jamal, appreciate you for the 499 super, my guy. Appreciate you. Wait a minute. Yo, shots fired. The OLV still owes me a flight. You know what? He definitely does. He definitely does. If Hammer mentioned me in the chat, I can't see it because I blocked him. Oh man. Oh man, shots fired at him, bro. Shots fired. Wasted, you need a Snickers bar and a non-alcoholic grape happy dad. Shout out to Big Mike and the place to be, man. Shout out to everybody. All right, so y'all, check it out, right? Let's get off this. Guys, we got a few things we need to address here, man. One, we have the Tyree Wilson caveat. Two, we have another issue, man. And the one issue that I've been wanting to get into, and you guys in the chat, let me know if this has been a concern for y'all. Do you guys think that the Raiders are going to go out there and make another move for linebacker, man? Because let me be honest with you, man. A linebacker room is probably the worst positional group on this team. I think the Raiders probably are going to have to do some post-June wizardry to get some more linebackers on this roster. As currently constituted, man, you got Divine Diablo and Robert Spillane starting, man. You know, now we have the Patrick Queen caveat. Patrick Queen is still on the Ravens. It doesn't look like they're going to continue to keep him. He might be a post-June cut. I don't know if anyone's going to trade for Patrick Queen. Isaiah Simmons is a guy that's been floated around. Kenneth Murray has been a guy that's floated around. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm not huge on that move. I'm kind of tired of taking guys from the fucking Chargers, man. But I think right now, man, there are a couple of guys that are post-June cuts on linebackers, man. Joe Cheek, yes, the paranoia has set in again. It has. Bro, what it is, man. Intel, what's the deal, man? What is the deal, man? Graphic Raider. Drake, high stakes Thomas. Listen, that might be. But listen, it's getting to the point for me, man, where the Raiders are going to have to at least bring in one free agent linebacker and one free agent corner, man. Another corner that we got out there that really should be in the market the Raiders should probably consider is not who you think I'm going to say. I know you guys think I'm going to say Marcus Peters, but no, I'm not. And we're going to get into that in a minute, man. Hammer. Shout out to Happy Dad Death Row, the official drink of Waiter Nation Unlimited by Wasted Talent. You damn right. Shout out to Happy Dad, man. It was a splendiferous occasion. Here we go, Robert DeVere. I talked to his doctor. He's going to be all right. Get the F out of here, Robert DeVere. Y'all are crazy, man. So, wait a minute. Jack Kenner. I see the Raiders addressing the linebacker position after the team because I do too, bro. Hey, let me ask you guys something, man. This chat is moving too fast. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous how fast this chat is moving on a down news day in Raider Nation, man. I love all of y'all for being in a place to be, man. King 85. The O-line was an illusion to me. People equate JJ's success to having a good O-line. But didn't he gain like 800, 900 yards after contact? Bro, to be honest with you, bro, the offensive line played well last year. It wasn't an illusion. You got to look at the fact that Derek Carr took a lot of sacks he probably shouldn't have taken, bro. And also, you know, he wasn't getting rid of the ball in the same way he probably should have. I think this year, man, with them coming together, them having a unit that's been together, I think the offensive line will play a lot better. Also, I think Dylan Parham is going to surprise a lot of people. He's coming into camp a lot stronger, put on a little weight. But, guys, we got to move on from this. There's been news that Isaiah Palomalu has put on 25 pounds. The Raiders are looking for Isaiah Palomalu to play closer to the line of scrimmage, man. The way Patrick Graham uses his defensive backs, he's going to be using them essentially like almost like a linebacker. What do you guys think about the Isaiah Palomalu move, man? Isaiah Palomalu is looking yoked. He's looking jacked. I'm loving what I'm hearing out of Raider Nation, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Do you guys think that Isaiah Palomalu with the extra weight is going to be used as a linebacker? Because the thing about me is that I have reservations about the fact that they kind of ignored that position. Now, Amari Burney's a guy that they brought in. They actually drafted him. Drake Thomas is a UDFA. There's no guarantees Drake Thomas is going to make it. So they haven't really addressed the linebacker position in a real way, man. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the plan is to use Isaiah Palomalu like a linebacker? What do y'all think here? What do y'all think? Or do you think this is going to be a situation where we go and address that position post June 1st? I mean, I need to know, man. What do you guys think? Y'all let me know in the chat, man. Y'all let me know. See, today, this show is a collaborative effort. Normally, I ramble on and on by myself. I carry the show myself. This is a collaborative effort, man. This is almost like the wasted talent rant line that I open up on Sundays, man. My guy, Palomalo was one of my favorite players on this defense. He was a very good tackler last season. He damn sure was. And you know the thing about Palomalo, and I've noticed this is with USC, that guy has some fucking terrific instincts for the football, man. Terrific instincts, man. Do you guys think that weight gain is to use him like a hybrid linebacker? It seems like Patrick Graham has a thing for players who can play multiple different positions. A lot of the guys, if you look at the scouting report of most of the guys that we brought in on defense this draft, almost all of them are hybrid players. Even Amari Burney is a guy who played defensive back and linebacker. You know what I mean? So they value versatility in his defense. They value versatility. They value high motor players, and they value smart players. Palomalo checks all them boxes. I think they're going to use him more like a linebacker, man. My guy, Paul Edgerton from way across the pond. My brother from England. Shout out to my guy, Paul. Yes, wasted 100%. They've got plans for him. I believe so, man. Phil Romero. Graham liked them hybrid linebackers, man. Now, I feel you, man. Walt, my bro Walt, the old head, Matt Millen. I wish Matt Millen was ready, man. He'd go punch the shit out of an owner or something like that. Bro, just love my peeps. He not appreciate you, dog. Thank you, bro, for defending your brother Wasted here, man. Classic Man Q. Yes, he actually made more plays than Diablo at the same spot. He damn sure did, man. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. And I know this might be an unpopular opinion. If the Raiders go and sign a linebacker and Amari Burney steps up and Drake Thomas steps up, I think Luke Masterson is definitely going to make this team. I really do, based off of the way he played last year, his versatility. I think Devon Diablo might be a question mark. Now, a lot of people are saying Devon Diablo might be our best linebacker. He was our leading tackler, but I think Devon Diablo needs to really, really step up because you got a lot of young guys, man, that can do some of the same things he can do. Palomalo is going to be what we wanted Abram to be. Book it. DeMarcus Webb. I fuck with that. Fuck with that, man. Clark Arroyo. I think Palomalo is going to be a hybrid. I think, you see, everybody's on the same sheet of music in here. Everybody is on the same sheet of music. Ferris Johnson. I think Palomalo can cover Travis. Now, see, bro, I don't think that there are too many people in the National Football League that can cover Travis Kelce. Now, I'm not going to say that a guy that barely played last year can come in and cover Travis Kelce, bro. That's a huge, huge ask. I just would hope that we had a guy that can slow the guy down a little bit because he's been really running roughshod. But that's a huge ask to ask that guy to come in and cover Travis Kelce, bro. He does have talent, though, and it's not just because of his last name. Safeties have a hard time transitioning to linebacker. Look at Devon. We're still waiting for him to peak. See, Irvin Hunter, man, I'm telling you right now, man, our linebacker room and this hybrid linebacker kind of model that the Raiders kind of covet, think that shit might be a mistake. And what I'm hoping doesn't happen to the Raiders down the line is that they cut off their nose to spite their face to try to fit Patrick Graham's scheme, and then they wind up moving on from Patrick Graham. Let me tell you something. If this team doesn't play better, if we're not a top 15 defense and this team goes into the tank, the first person that the coach is going to throw in front of him to not get fired is Patrick Graham. And then now what do? You got a whole bunch of players who don't fit another defensive coordinator's scheme. And now it's like, well, we need linebackers now. Now we need this and we need that. And to me, it's always about drafting the best players available at the time and then rolling it out there and making the scheme fit around the players you have. I don't like when defensive coordinators and personnel guys try to get guys to kind of fit into their scheme that don't fit anywhere else in the National Football League, man. I hate that shit, man. I think we made a mistake by not addressing the linebacker position in a real way, man. In a real way. My guy, Kier Beavers. Palomalu has the physical profile to actually guard Kelsey. You need serious height, weight, and speed to even try. Think Derwin James. Now, see, Kier Beavers. That's the one guy in the National Football League. When people say he can guard Travis Kelsey, that is the guy, right? But are we gonna say that Isaiah Palomalu is fucking Derwin James, bro? That's a big ask, my brother. He is not Derwin James, my brother. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. Now, see, this is what's going to take, man. It is going to take for Palomalu to understand this defense on a huge level. Now, the great thing about Palomalu is he is not a rookie. He didn't play a lot last year, but he's been in this defensive room with this scheme for over a year now. So we shouldn't have the growing pains of not knowing where you're supposed to be lined up. And now it's a physical issue, a speed of the game issue at this point. Kier Beavers. There's no traditional linebackers that can stick with Kelsey. This is why we need these high bird money backers. That's a factory. Great comment, my brother. We are gonna start that one, my guy. That was. But to be honest with you, Key, nobody like my man Moss that could cover Travis Kelsey. He is a Hall of Fame player, my brother. I don't mean to fucking bloviate over that fucking douchebag, but it is what it is. Who would you have replace Patrick Graham? Mondo, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. See, it depends on when he gets replaced or fired or whatever, right? So if he's a mid-season guy, I'd have Rob Ryan step in and run a defense because he's done it before, not because he's great. And then after that, I'd have to kind of scour the wire. I'd have to scour, see who's available. I'd have to go and dip into the pool over there at Buffalo. Buffalo does great things defensively. I'd have to go and, dip into the pool over there in Pittsburgh. I'm not going to lie. I would want some addition by subtraction kind of shit. That's what I would want. I would want to go in there and I would want to take somebody from another AFC team that's going to actually help us get a little intel on what they got going on. And shout out to my brother Intel, too, and a place to be. Wait, hold on, Matt. So if I'm telling you, Leighton Van Der Esch just re-signed with the Cowboys on a 1-year deal. My guy, the great one, should have hired Fangio instead of Grant. Listen, bro, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Vic Fangio, bro, is probably the reason why like 70% of the league is running the 3-high safety, man. I would have hired Vic Fangio too, man. I definitely would have. But you got to ask yourself, did Vic Fangio want to come here? Did he want to coach under Josh McDaniels? That's the question, man. Wayne Kerr, I don't think there's any chance we fire Graham. Now, bro, I'm telling you, if this season is bad and we're all, listen, if we have if we lose more games than we lost last year, bro, somebody's got to go. And if the owner is saying that he doesn't want to rip everything up and blow everything up, Graham would be the logical choice to go. He would be the logical choice. Raider Paul, trade Renfro for Patrick Queen. Raider Paul, I don't see that happening. Straight up, that's not going to happen, bro. You look at what the Ravens did. They addressed the receiver position in a real way. They're paying a lot of money, bro, over at that receiver deal. Listen, I don't think Hunter Renfro fits over there with what they got going on. Salary and everything. I think Hunter Renfro will have to be a post June 1st cut to try to make the room for him. And then Patrick Queen will probably be a post-June 1st cut, or maybe you get like a late-round pick for Patrick Queen. My guy, Raider Nation for Life. I think the offense will be great and the defense not so much. Raiders for Life, I don't think the defense will be bad as people think if they have the guys and if they have the depth. See, the problem with the Raiders defense over the last 10 years is that we've had good players, but we don't have depth. We don't have to have superstars all up and down the defense. You just got to have depth. You got to have depth, man. And I think that's one thing I got to give David Ziegler a little credit for. He's going out there on his defensive line. He's got a lot of young bodies that are going to be on that sideline. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to kind of move these guys in and out based off of the situation. See, they play a lot of situational defense from week to week. That is one reason why you can't red circle and say, well, he runs this particular scheme. He runs a lot of different shit. They said, what do you run? He said, I run everything. These are things you got to remember. Patrick Graham said, I run everything when he first came. Let me see.
Up on what I deserve and all that stuff like that. To me, 10 wins in 2 years is 10 wins.
All right. That's not the right clip. But guess what? We'll get it back up. I fucked that up, but it's okay. I dip into Pittsburgh and Baltimore as far as defensive coordinators go. We also need an offensive coordinator so McDaniels could do his job as a coach. Yeah, man, but to be honest with you, man, he's one of them coaches who like to call his own plays, man. I don't think he's going to stop doing that, bro. Good question. A Fox06, does Amik Robinson stay on this team? I think Amik Robinson has a chance to make it, bro. I like Amik. Amik is a dog, man. I think Amik has a chance, bro. Think he does. My guy James Gravely is in a place. Good to see you too, my brother. I see you with the NXT belt too. That's kind of dope, man. Appreciate you for pulling up and a place to be, man. Wasted. Can we start talking about how we can use Chandler Jones now that we can move him anywhere and take advantage of the matchups? This is the way they work in this system. Going to change everything on his D. And, bro, I think that's one of the positives with taking Tyree Wilson because now Chandler Jones does not have to play exclusively with his hand on the ground. Chandler Jones can stand up and be a rush linebacker. And I think he was most successful in the last few years is that he can be a situational third pass rusher, being an older guy. That's a good situation for a guy like Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones is older. He can't give you the kind of motor that he used to be able to give you previous to this. But I'm jumping all over the place, man. My guy, Victor Hirter, rated 83. What do you think of the Wilson pick? How does this new defensive pick help the defense this year? Like, bro, I think the pick, if he's healthy, is a great pick. I think he has a lot of athletic ability. You know, me, I'm a guy who likes elite traits. I'm baby Al Davis, right? The only thing is this. If he's healthy, he's a guy that you can turn into one of the better pass rushers in football if he has the work ethic. He's in the right room for that. He has two guys that can help groom him. I love it as far as that perspective goes. I love it as far as his range, you know, his size, the speed, everything. He's going to get pass rush in college, though, being with Max Crosby and Chandler Jones. So I'm not worried about that. He's a raw prospect if he's healthy. Now, the thing about how this helps us is that, the one thing you got to do in the AFC West is you got to get after the quarterback in a real way. And if you look at everybody else, everybody has two elite pass rushers. You got Khalil Mack, you got Bosa, right? You got pass rushers and a great defensive secondary in Denver, man. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then with the Chefs, listen, man, Chris Jones is still sitting in the middle of that defense. We need to follow suit and knock the head off of the body for the rest of these AFC West teams, man. My guy, right through the counter-strike. Real question, no hate. What does Zamir White even do? What would be his strengths? I mean, Zamir White is a fast, slashing home. He has a home run threat that a lot of running backs on this roster don't. The thing about Zamir White that I'm concerned about is if it's Zamir White going to get a chance to showcase that talent. We got a lot of running backs back there. Sincere McCormick is a guy that's a dog. I can't wait till Sincere McCormick gets on the field. And we got to ask ourselves, does Zamir White actually like even being here? Certain things that's been floating around, we don't know. We don't know. I mean, we've heard that Zamir White might not even really like being in Vegas. I don't really understand the pick, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. I never understood the pick. Zamir White is like Simba and Jacob's like Mufasa. Trust me, Zeus going to eat. Bro, look, this is the problem with Zamir White, bro. And, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw Zamir White, the one thing I didn't see from Zamir White was vision. He doesn't have the vision. And, we didn't see a whole lot of him, but he don't have the kind of vision I like to see from running backs, man. It's just my personal opinion, man. Byron Jones, the dog, will be very, very happy with that pick. Bennett outplayed Banks in Maryland. Go watch Ohio State play. Yeah, listen, I'm cool. I'm cool with Bennett, bro. I love that pick. That was a great, great pick, man. Great pick. Yes, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. Mark my words, man. Graphic, I give you your flowers. I don't do it much. Me and Graph, it's my dog. A lot of times we don't give each other our flowers. I'm going to give him his flowers on this player, right? Sincere mother effing McCormick, bro. I think Sincere McCormick is going to make a bigger impact this year than Zeus. I really do. Mark my words, man. Mark my words. David V, I'm worried about our O-line. Jimmy G needs protection. Look, David V, shout out to you for having the Woods and Whiskey avatar. Shout out to you. Shout out to Woods and Whiskey. To be honest with you, bro, I'm concerned in a sense, but I don't think offensive line is one of our top 3 needs. I think our offensive line is good the way it is. I really do. We have a great scheme. We have depth at offensive line. We have a guy that right now, when you talk about Dylan Parham is a guy who played really good as a rookie. He started to struggle at the end of the season. I think Dylan Parham getting a whole offense season program and understanding what's required of him. I think playing next to Colton Miller is big for him. Playing between Andre James and Colton Miller for Dylan Parham is fucking huge. I think the left side of our offensive line is going to be fine. And I think Jimmy Garoppolo gets rid of the damn football so fast that now when he drops back to pass and being a right-handed passer, most of the pressure is going to be in his face. His blind side is taken care of, though, and that is what, I'm happy about. And I think that from what he had in San Francisco, I think Mike McGlinchey was a liability in pass protection. I don't feel that way with some of the guys that we have. I'm going to be honest with you. Jermaine Illuminor's biggest problem was penalties. It was not allowing sacks. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be fine. And also, Josh Jacobs should be in the place to be. Now, the one thing that nobody's been talking about this offseason is Josh Jacobs. How is this Josh Jacobs thing? If there's anything to be concerned about, how is this Josh Jacobs thing going to get taken care of, man? What are you guys thinking about that? Let's go and let's talk about this Josh Jacobs thing, bro. And yo, wait, hold on. Jack Kenner, I agree 100% on White's vision. Appreciate you, Jack. I like the look of the UDFA from Arkansas. He looks like a caveman. It seems to have plenty of quiet comments. See, Robert Dort, the problem with the UDFA out of Arkansas, man, he's a big guy, man. And low man wins in football. This guy's about 6'9", man. A lot of times when you get these big, tall, hulking offensive linemen, they have a problem with center of gravity. A lot of times guys can get up under them and speed and bull rush them. I'm going to have to see how he can control that center of gravity being such a big guy in the National Football League. My brother, Graphic Raider, always on top of the business. We will do a film breakdown soon on Planet Raiders with Sincere McCormick. Yes, we will. Stay tuned for that. We got over 300 in the room. Get wasted with your brother, wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we got a legend in the place to be. Raider John is in the place. Raider John, what's good, fam? Man, Raider John, man. Yo, you got to hit my line, bro. We got a link, bro. What's up, bro? What's up, brother? You already know, man. My guy. I agree about Sincere McCormick being good. Any word on his recovery? I haven't heard boo-hoo shit about Sincere McCormick. But I will tell you this. If it has taken him, it shouldn't have taken him a whole season into the next offseason to recover. I think he's probably going to be good to go, man. He's going to be good to go. Yo, Gardy Lou, do you think we're losing Renfrow and or Josh Jacobs this season? I think we're losing Hunter Renfrow this season. I do not think we're losing Josh Jacobs. I don't think this organization can look this fan base in the face losing Josh Jacobs, especially this late in the game. I think Josh Jacobs is probably fucking 40% of our offense. I can't see Josh Jacobs going anywhere. I can't see it, man. We also have 2 years with 4 of the 5 old linemen in the same coaching staff. And that is something that people don't understand. Familiarity with the scheme and the coaching staff, knowing what's expected. Carm Vasillo is one of the best offensive line coaches in football. The offensive line is not a humongous concern for me. It's not. And what you guys got to realize is there was a lot of bad quarterback play last year. We will not name the gentleman who was under center for us. He is Lord Voldemort. We shall not bring his name up. He's a saint, and we're not going to do it. Wouldn't be shocked to see Parham at center, free up James Money, and Mutar at left guard, and McClendon at right guard. See, Graf, the problem with that is, man, that's too much upheaval on the line, man. I think that the strength of this unit is the fact that they play together, they understand what's going on, and I think what they're going to do is they're going to protect their draft pick and leave him at left guard. I think moving Dylan Parham around and trying to make him a center is too much witchcraft. I think Andre James is a good enough center to keep the starting job unless you have a clear upgrade. I don't think that the organization is going to experiment with center. They're not going to do it. Like Dylan Parham played a little center, he dabbled, but I don't know if he blew anybody's doors off to where they're going to start him at center. Andre James, the fact that they gave him another contract and stuff, I think Andre James is firmly cemented at center. I'm a little unhappy about it. I wish they would have tried to upgrade that position, but they didn't. So now you know that left side of the line from there over is set in stone. Now what you got to do is you got to go McClendon, Muta, and then with Illuminor, that's a guy that, you know what, if you were going to upgrade, you can. But then be mindful. Thayer Mumford. Thayer Mumford is a guy that they've been working on. Thayer Mumford is a guy who was looking like he might take that job. Watch out for Thayer Mumford this year, everybody. The Josh Jacobs situation will be solved with who blinks first. Robert Dorr, I don't think it's a who blinked first thing. I think that what the Raiders need to do is go through their draft. They need to get all their rookies signed, and then they need to start looking at the roster and see who needs to go for them to get him paid. And I think also based off of the market, I mean, it would be foolish for the Raiders to just run out there and sign him because you have other deals going on, right? So it's like, who blinks first? Is it the Giants? Is it the Raiders? The Tennessee Titans got something going down there with Derrick Henry, even though he's been paid already. There's a lot of moving parts to this because it's not just about, so are the Raiders the ones who are setting the market or are the Giants going to set the market? Who's going to be the one? That's the problem. See, and what the Raiders need to be careful of is the Giants setting the market at a place that they're not comfortable playing at. Like, listen, the thing about a player like Saquon Barkley is a generational talent. But Saquon Barkley is a guy that when you compare him to Josh Jacobs career-wise, you know what I'm saying? Let's look at Josh Jacobs versus Saquon, man. Josh Jacobs versus Saquon Barkley. I'm going to pull this up. Fantasy Pros got it up right now. Let's look at the career. Now, Fantasy Pros is fucking up. Career side by side. Stat Pro. We're going in. Hey, and I'm getting behind here. We got 300 people in the room. Get wasted with your brother. Wasted. Bill Gates. Wasted. My brother. Do you believe in our Georgia Bulldog Zeus? I don't know, man. From what I've seen of him, I'm very skeptical on the fact that Zeus can mature into a guy that can take over for Josh Jacobs. I'm skeptical of that. I'm very, very skeptical of that. Very, very skeptical. My guy, Pacey, appreciate for the $10 super, man. Appreciate you, dog. What's up, big time? Do you guys like guys like Jacobs growing trees? Because so many people don't think he should get a long-term deal or paying what he deserves, like maybe $12 million a year. See, the thing about Josh Jacobs is I don't mind paying Josh Jacobs. What I mind is the Raiders being married to Josh Jacobs too long into his career. Now, if you look at what happened with Ezekiel Elliott, man, was signed to a deal. Everybody was for it. And then a year and a half into the deal, people were killing the Cowboys for it. And it became an albatross. I just want a deal done that is commiserate to the market and, you know, advantageous for Josh to get his money if he's productive. And if his production falls off, for Josh to be let go. I just don't want the Raiders to be handcuffed to a football player who's not playing well. And I'm not saying that that's going to happen. But, you know, look, the running back position in the National Football League has become something where, you know, I don't know. Guys start slowing down. They only got a certain amount of carries in them. Now, if you look at career-wise, right, 60 games played, Josh has 1,072 rushing attempts. Saquon Barkley has had 954 rushing attempts. Josh has had 4,740 yards. He's rushed for 500 more yards than Saquon Barkley. Josh has 40 touchdowns. Saquon has 29. Josh has 258 rushing first downs. Saquon has 185. Josh's longest run is 51 yards. Saquon's is 78. 4.4 yards a carry. Saquon is at 4.5. 79 rushing yards a game at Saquon's 70. and Josh has 8 fumbles and Saquon has 4. Now, Jacobs has gained, man, more yards, and their careers are kind of similar. Saquon Barkley was looked at to be a generational talent, but Josh Jacobs is actually having a better career than Saquon Barkley. So these are the two guys that you're gonna have to set the market with. Now, I'm not sure. I don't think Saquon Barkley has led the league in rushing. I have to look into that, but Josh Jacobs has. So Josh has that kind of feather in his cap, man. I don't know, man. I don't think Barkley has led the league in rushing yet, man. Has he? Hey, Chad, help me out. Has he led the league in rushing? Oh yeah. Oh, and his longest run is now 86 yards. You right about that, classic man. So now he's got that. So my thing is that I would probably, if I were the Raiders, I would do 2 years. I would do 2 years, man, about 11 million, man. I mean, 3 years, 11 million. Having a trap door to get out of the deal in the 3rd year. Front load the deal, man. The Giants have built their line to maximize Saquon's productivity, including drafting center John Mitchell Schmitz in 2nd round. The Raiders didn't even draft an offensive lineman. See, this is the thing. The Raiders don't have to. The Raiders' line is not as bad as you guys are thinking, guys. Wasted. If you have any O-line that you want better, then send him Duke Manyweather and just keep the Raiders and the Cowboy fans happy. See, Loon, you got to retype that, bro. You got to type that, man. You got to retype that, bro. Fuck that up. Wait. Wayne Kerr. Barkley hasn't led the league in rushing, just like I thought, man. Just like I thought. So, yo, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Josh Jacobs doesn't grow on trees, and you got to go out there. You got to try to address that situation as fast as possible. But the Raiders have to do it, I would say, man, before camp. You don't want Josh Jacobs not showing up to camp. You want to make him happy, and you want to make sure that the Giants don't jump out the window and fuck the market up for you. Because I think it's a pissing match, not between the player, but I think the Giants and the Raiders are both saying, okay, what are you going to do? I don't know what you're going to do. I really personally believe that. I think the Raiders need to go on out there and set up a David Ziegler kind of deal. David Ziegler knows how to structure these contracts, so it's better for the Raiders and the Raiders cap. But I think there are a couple of guys that are probably going to have to go. I think Bilal Nichols is going to have to be moved, and I think Hunter Renfrow is going to have to be moved. I don't see a scenario where Hunter Renfrow and Josh Jacobs are on the roster anymore because too many guys have gotten paid. There are too many guys that are going to need to get paid. I don't see that. And now we've had a full draft class, which we didn't last year. Classic Man Q. Nah, he didn't lead the league in rushing, but he did lead in scrimmage yards. Shout out to Classic Man Q. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Ferris Johnson, there's a money picture in the comments. Hit that logo from there. Oh, what we talking about, guys? Oh, y'all bugging. Wait. Wasted. Is Josh Jacobs generational? If not, we should move to pay him this year and draft to replace him. Not see, bro. The thing about it is, Josh Jacobs for the Raiders, man, at this point, man, Josh Jacobs represents one of the best draft picks we've had in a long time. Josh Jacobs represents a guy who is a leader in the locker room. Josh Jacobs represents a guy who is a well-respected guy in his locker room. The thing is, how do you sell playing well to guys and getting rewarded for your play, and you're not willing to pay a guy who led the league in a statistical category and was named a fucking captain after the fact? Came in, was disrespected. They had him out there running him to death in preseason like he was a bum and a nobody. And he came and showed improved, man. That is the kind of player that you reward. And I'm not saying to go out there and go sign him to a fucking $100 million deal like he's some quarterback or something like that. I'm talking about the Raiders need to sign and make a deal that makes sense for Josh Jacobs at this point in his career. No longer than 3 years, 2 years, a front-loaded deal, take the hit now, and in the 3rd year, you'll be able to get rid of him. And that's how I'm looking at my guy Maul. Thank you. The Raiders wide receivers, $43.4 million, is ranked 3rd most expensive in the National Football League. And I'm telling you, bro, man, that to me speaks volumes. I don't understand why Raider Nation is willing to pay Jacoby Myers, but they're not willing to pay Josh Jacobs. I'll never understand it. This is a guy who's showed up and answered the bell a lot of times. Now, guys have said, yo, you wanted to get rid of Derek Carr, Wasted. You wanted to get rid of Darren Waller. But if you look at the way Wasted talent is, yo, your ability is your availability. Ability is huge for me. Availability is huge for me. If you're playing all the time, I'm with it. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. Now, we can play armchair GM, but yo, there are just some players, man, that mean a lot to organizations, and he is one of them. You have to make him whole on some level, man. You have to. You got to make him whole, bro. Dave. Agreed. To my mind, the only better value in terms of recent drafts would be Max Crosby. And that's facts, bro. You can't allow all of these guys that you draft, that you've been successful at drafting, to just fucking walk out the door. Excuse my language, if any kids are listening. But you cannot allow that. Listen, man, we hit on Khalil Mack. We let him walk out the door. I think we hit on Amari Cooper. Was I heartbroken that we got rid of Amari? Not really. But we hit on him, we let him walk out the door. Right? Derek Carr, at one time we hit on him. It was time to let him walk out the door, but we gave him 2 contracts. And you got a guy that you actually hit on. After all the bad drafting, you hit on the guy. He's still in his prime. And I would like to see the Raiders exhaust his prime, if it makes sense financially. Wasted. If we pay Josh, we are just paying the tax for past failures. Is that a mistake? Running backs don't last. He's already been hurt. But see, Kier, the thing about it is that, yo, he's been hurt. He's played through it. He's answered the bell. And we're not really paying a tax for past failures. I'm not saying go out there and give Josh Jacobs a record-breaking deal and set in the market. I'm saying give him his fair value and give him a contract that is incentive-laden. The thing about it is, how much of our offense is tied into this guy? How many first downs do we get because of this guy? You have a pedestrian quarterback right now. You have to make sure that Jimmy Garoppolo is surrounded by special players. If he's surrounded by special players on the offensive side of the football, you can win football games. You can win football games. I think Josh Jacobs can be one of those generational Raiders. This is the one thing and look, man, maybe this is just the older guy in me talking. But yo, some of these new Raiders have got to replace some of them old Raiders as players that we revere with this team. Look, the last great that we've had play for us that we revere is Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson. Where are all these legends coming from, bro? Look, man, no disrespect. Once a Raider, always a Raider, bro. But I don't want to see Raider alumnus days and have guys come back, man, that didn't do anything for the Raiders to kind of, signify greatness. He means more than just money, bro. He means more than that. Sorry, man. DeMarcus Webb, sorry, I'm old school. We hardly have any long-term. You said the same thing I just said. Long-term great Raiders. Crosby is almost there. I honestly believe that Josh will be an all-time leader Raider running back. We got to sign him. Iconic. And I feel the same way. Ro, if Jacobs gets top dollar and leave, I'll be content. If we don't do what we know we should and be reasonable, I'm going to write a letter to the commissioner for this entire year. 100%. I am cussing them out. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. Wait. What's this shocking news or clickbait? You know what it is? Shocking news. Wasted's a GOAT. Man, just listen to the content, my brother. Kian B was Wasted. You converted me. I hear you on Culture Builder. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Nation's Own, my dog. Nation's Own. JJ had one strong year before this past season. We watched JJ take himself out of games unless Devontae Booker broke for 10, 15 yards. He felt like his position as running back number one was threatened. Then he go back in. No, Nation's Own. Yes, that's cap. That's cap, bro. Nah, bro. said no Raider fans are hold. Yo, listen, bro. I hold everybody accountable. I am the wet blanket of Raider Nation. I will hold players accountable. But what I will do is I will fucking say when a guy needs to be paid. The guy needs to be paid. And I ain't saying you need to set the market with Josh Jacobs. I ain't saying that because this team ain't built up financially for that. But what I'm saying is you can't just let him twist and win on a franchise tag. You can't do it. You can't do it. Wasted my brother. Please do not sleep on our defensive tackle, Butler, one of the most underrated players in the NFL. My brother, I definitely won't, bro. Too many fans repeat what they hear. You don't pay backs. Look at Zeke, but won't bring up Derrick Henry or realize Josh Jacobs isn't looking to set the market. Thank you. Thank you, Coax. He's not looking to set. He just wants what's fair, bro. He just wants what's fair, bro. Do the right thing. Give him what's fair. Hey, you know what? I ain't getting into that. Wasted. If Jimmy G goes down, pause, our season is done. If your starting quarterback goes down, in most cases, your season is done. But the thing about it, this is the way I look at it, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a pragmatist. Bro, if Jimmy Garoppolo goes down early in the season, then that means that if the Raiders have a bad season, that means the next year they'll have a chance at drafting a generational young talent. But if he doesn't go down, that means that Jimmy Garoppolo is a guy that can get it done. I believe, listen, we've been talking about this since November, bro. He's a guy who can get it done. Is he fucking Dan Marino? Is he John Elway? No. But is he terrible? No, he's not. The man can get it done. The man can get it effing done. Jacobs has been a good running back. He definitely had an incredible year, but to really pay him top 3 money off one season is crazy. Let's not act like he's done what he did last year for multiple seasons, but he's played great. And what I will say to you is this. The guy, what is top 3 running back money at this point? Is that something that's going to break the bank? How long is the contract? It's a lot of things that are in this little caveat that we're talking about here, bro. These are things that you guys got to keep in mind here. Josh Jacobs needs to be paid, LC, and I don't know what you guys like. Everybody wants to be armchair GM. Sometimes these fucking teams got to pay. These teams got to pay. Sometimes they got to do it. They got to pay. But then these are the same people who want us to pay a fucking mid quarterback in perpetuity. I'll never understand it. I will never, ever understand it. What's fair is to give Malcolm Kuntz some. Why? What has Malcolm Kuntz done to deserve more playing time? Couple of sacks here and there? No. You can't even compare the two, my brother. Wasted. What I was trying to say is if you need any of your O-line to get better, just send them to O-line guru Drake Manyweather. He would train them up. Just keep this info between the Raiders and the Cowboys. Appreciate you, Lone. Appreciate you, man. I got to look into this guy, man. Duke Mayweather. I keep calling him Drake. I'm bugging. My fault. Kia Beavers. How many titles do the Titans have again? Henry is not a great argument. It's a culture tax, and that's the only reason why I'm with it. Now, see, the thing about it is that if you're the Titans, right, you know, you got Derrick Henry and you got Ryan Tannehill as your starting quarterback. He's all they've had, really. Man, Ryan Tannehill at quarterback, bro. But they're perennially in the playoffs. They're in the picture. After all these camp bodies get cut, a couple of surprises as well as Diablo will be okay to sign Jacobs. 3-year, $34 million, third-year team option. That's pretty much what I'm looking at too, bro. LC, he definitely needs to get paid. Wait, I just hope his number he wants is the number we feel. Bro, it's got to be that. If Josh Jacobs wants to jump out the window, they're gonna let him walk. I don't think that's what's going on. I just think that they need to get that shit done before camp starts. Because you need to have a guy like that in the building, bro. Running backs are running against 300-plus pounders, killing linebackers every day. Everybody wants him to get paid less than anybody on the team. And Ferris Johnson, I think that that's bullshit. Since when did we get to this place where quarterbacks take up like 30% of the damn roster money? It's bullshit, bro. I think running backs should kind of get paid too, man. Come on, man. What's up, Wasted? Gotta pay JJ because we can't be relying on Zeus. And that's a fucking fact, bro. Rated Dane, what's up? Bro, you on point with Josh. What we can't keep doing is miss on picks and then get rid of the ones we do get right. Thank you, bro. Loon, Duke Manyweather took undrafted free agent Terrence Steele and turned him into a starting right tackle over 2 offseasons. Tyler Smith. Okay, so you talking that Cowboy talk, bro. I'm not familiar with, bro. I am not familiar with him, bro. If you gave Coombs the same amount of playing time as they did Clee, I'm very confident he would have the same numbers as Max. I'm not. Because the problem with Coombs is a smaller guy. Coombs isn't as strong. He can't set the edge the same way. Now, is he a good pass rusher and he has a lot of tools and skills? Yeah, but Coombs has to get stronger and he's not good against the run. So I don't. Not at all, man. 11 million with incentives, maybe 12 or 13 tops for JJ. And that's all I'm saying, Nation's Own. They make the room for him and pay the guy, man. We clip Waller in DC. Pay JJ the bag. He deserves it. Thank you, bro. Dub Zilla himself, the resident meathead of Raider Nation. My guy Robert Cisneros. Salutations, bro. Finally hitting Vegas this weekend for my postponed honeymoon. Don't hurt nobody, Rob. Congratulations. Don't lose too much money. I've been out in Vegas the last 2 weeks in a row. And to be honest with you, man, I'm kind of cool on Vegas for a little while. But you have fun, my brother. If you're going to go get some breakfast, go to the Hash House. Slamming. Go to the Cosmopolitan. My guy, Way with the Brave, Wasted. This is just my own thoughts, but I think the NFL needs to have a separate cap for quarterbacks. They shouldn't count on the overall team cap because it hurts all the other players' money. But see, this is what they want, Wade. The owners are never going to do anything that's advantageous to the players, bro. I get tired of hearing about people, there's too much money. Oh, the players, they get hurt. Listen, man, these fucking guys are getting billion-dollar deals left and right. You see all the money they just got for NFL season ticket. That goes right into the owner's pockets, and it should go into the players' pockets. I got to pay money to YouTube and all this shit so I can watch the Raiders this year. Man, F these owners. They need to make the salary cap higher. They need to make it higher, and they need to give these guys more of a piece of the pie. F these owners, man. Seriously, man. Josh is a homegrown talent. He loves the Raiders and a team leader. You don't let that walk. Plus, players won't stay if you've groomed talent you don't pay. And that's something that y'all got to look at. Listen, man, it's already a hard sell to play for Josh McDaniels. Some players don't like that shit. Some don't. You got to look at it from that perspective. If the players like him, he takes care of his guys, that goes a long way with free agents. It really does. Pacey and Cunningham with the $5 donation. Appreciate you for keeping the lights on at Raider Nation Unlimited. It's sad that positions most likely at CTE get paid the least. Linebackers, running backs, and safeties. Yo, that is a fact, Pacey. It's fucking sad, bro. It's fucking sad, bro. My guy Dave, just a quick side note in the combine. Why the drills not conducted in helmets and pads? Makes more sense to me. You got to come back with another comment to kind of bring me on the same sheet of music as you, Dave. Stu in the place to be because we are liabilities. Stu, don't say that, bro. And see, that's the thing, bro. The National Football League, and this is a prime example, right? You get guys that go out there, they're like fucking rockets, comets, crashing into people, hitting people, and then everybody's willing to run them out of the fucking door. And that's bullshit. It's bullshit. The National Football League needs to make sure that if these guys are going to go out there and they're going to put it on the line like that, they better make sure that when they get into their older ages that they take care of these guys. Because I'm tired of seeing players who put their blood, sweat, and tears on the field, and then everybody says to me, well, he got paid this amount of millions of dollars, right? What you guys don't realize is this. If you pay a guy $5 million, like 35% of that money is taxes. And don't let the guy have, 2-3 women pregnant. Don't let the guy have a big family and come out of poverty. When you don't come from generational wealth, you got to right the wrongs of things that have nothing to do with you a lot of times with your family. And a lot of these guys make their money at the beginning of their career, and at the end of the career, when they're trying to stick on, they're playing catch up, and they're not set up for success. And it's not the NFL's fault, but the NFL has to do better behind these guys. Better. It's the only sport that I see more fucking retired players on their ass financially. In the NBA, I'm going to be honest with you, is no excuse for you not to have money when you got a guaranteed contract. In baseball, if you don't have any money and you were a decent player, you're an asshole because you had a guaranteed contract. In the National Football League, the game is set up for you to not have a goddamn dime when you leave unless you are a superstar quarterback, and it is bullshit. Remember, we are business investments, and a lot of guys can turn into bad business investments. Stu, I get it, bro. I get it, man. Hey, but Stu, I'm going to be honest with you, Stu. We got beef, bro. Called you, bro, to check on you, bro. Hit my line, bro. Giovanni B. What's good, Wasted? The Raiders letting JJ walk will be a horrible look. Pay this man his dues. He's freaking earned it. And keep re-signing homegrown talent. That's the thing. How do you build a winning program if you don't pay the guys who are actually good? How do you build that? Everybody wants to say, oh, we go get another guy. Then a year later, when the guy you get to replace him sucks, then you're going to say we need a running back. And we had one. Stu, man, what's up, bro? Look, yo.
Hey, man, I just wanted to give you a quick shout out, bro.
That my dog, man. Love you, bro. Look, let me finish the show. I'm going to hit you when I get off. My brother, man. Stu, every year, Willie Brown would pass a helmet around and give money for guys to get a surgery or a wheelchair for home hospice. And that's a fucking shame, yo. It is a shame, yo. Roger Gutierrez, we should let Jacobs walk if he won't take 10 to 13 million per year and get Leonard Fournette for less money or trade for that. Look, Roger, that's the problem with that. Leonard Fournette is never going to produce. I would rather have a young guy. I would rather take my chance with a young guy than going out and get Leonard Fournette. I'm cool on Leonard Fournette. And I love Dalvin Cook, but Dalvin Cook fumbles all the time. And every year, Dalvin Cook is hurt. Every goddamn year. We got to see what happens when they go and sit at the table with this guy. We got to see what happens, bro. You cannot let that guy walk out. The Raiders have not had any success in the last 20 years drafting guys, man. And you're going to let a guy who led the league in rushing and has been playing well and has been a leader and is a good locker room guy, you're going to let him just leave? Come the fuck on. So now that's what we do now? Because now we're the organization who trades players who play good for us, and we keep players who suck. Come on. No. It's Stu, my dog, man. I appreciate you, brother. Yo, guys, let me say something, man. Stu said it best. Pay that dude. But guys, look, man, we're going on an hour and a half, yo. It's time for wasted. I got a little thick frame. I got to go get on the Peloton, my brother. I got to get on the Peloton. We got a show tonight with me and Graphic. It is going to be splendiferous. Before you guys leave, I am 40 away from 7K. If anyone is watching and they're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. We are going to have a 7K celebration sometime this week. It is going to be a most splendiferous occasion. But before you leave, hit the sub button. Pay your bar tab. Hit that like. And like I always say, because once it gets to 7K, it's going to get to 10K. And guess what's going to wind up happening?
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
God damn it, it's never been higher. See y'all tomorrow. Love all of y'all. Y'all have a great night. See you a little bit later in a few hours. Peace out.